You guys know Lethal Shooter, right? Yeah, he's the most prolific NBA shooting coach, and his journey almost never began due to a near-death experience. Chris Matthews was raised in a tough neighborhood in Washington, D.C., and it was there where he decided he wanted to make it out through basketball. And he ended up doing pretty well. He was a nationally ranked recruit on a nationally ranked team, and he even played with this guy. Eventually, Chris Matthews did end up playing in the NBA D-League, and he also had a pretty successful career overseas. But it was during a game in South America where his life would change forever. He had a collapsed lung, and if not for his teammate, he probably would not have made it. His professional team at the time allowed him to play one more game, but ultimately he had to go home and retire from the game that he loved. Lethal Shooter went back to Washington, D.C. distraught, homeless, and not knowing what he was going to do next. He even considered never touching a basketball again. However, the one thing that he had going for him was his shooting touch, which is exactly why he decided to pursue a career in player development, becoming an NBA shooting coach. And it didn't happen overnight, but eventually Lethal Shooter's videos would go insanely viral on Instagram. Videos like this where he would just not miss for minutes straight. And it was because of videos like this which allowed him to get attention from the right clientele. And these days, Lethal Shooter is training NBA champions and celebrities all over the world. And Lethal Shooter is now at a point where he's a brand ambassador for the NBA. He has tons of endorsement deals, and he even has his own sneaker. Who would have thought that a player who almost died and was forced to retire early would get his own pair of Jordans and would be one of the most iconic basketball social media influencers?